What's going on, Big Bad Game-a-thon? I'm Starwin, and I will be running Oddworld adventures for you today. Just a little background with me. I'm actually more primarily a horror speedrunner nowadays, but my origins did come from Oddworld. I ran Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, New and Tasty at SGDQ 2016. And after that marathon, I decided to learn one of the worst games in the Oddworld franchise, and that is Oddworld Adventures. This is the absolute garbage Game Boy port of this game. If you know anything about Oddworld games, especially Abe's Odyssey, it's all about a Mudakin named Abe who's trying to save his race from a corrupt and evil meat manufacturing company called Rupture Farms. Well, in the Game Boy port, we're only going to be going to one area from the original game, and it's absolutely amazing. The other great thing about this game, while it is horrible, there is a wonderful glitch that you guys get to listen to and, you know, be amazed at. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in. This game is incredibly fast-paced, so I'm going to try to explain things as quick as I can. But please enjoy. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, in 3, a 2, a 1. All right, so the area that we're actually in is Paramonia, and it is the home of Paramites. Paramites are just one of the few enemies that you encounter in Abe's Odyssey. For some reason, I don't know why, they just decided to just do Paramonia and not any of the other stages in the game from the original game. But this is what we get. Right here, we're gonna possess a Slig. Possessing a Slig pretty much just lets us take control of it. Sligs are like these slug people with gun pants, or pants, and they have guns. I guess they can be gun pants, doesn't really matter. The whole premise of this game is we're gonna be going through a bunch of different puzzle-like rooms, because this is a puzzle platformer. And we need a password to unlock the door to basically the exit, and we have to light a flintlock in order to be able to move on to the next area. But I'm going to be doing a game-breaking glitch, and it's the funniest thing ever, and I'm going to demonstrate it right here by jumping in the air and pausing and unpausing. And of course, when I unpause, you're going to hear a wonderful noise. Or I'm saying, well, I guess when I pause, you'll hear the noise. I'll fart, so you get to hear a bunch of fart noises. But when you pause in midair after a jump, the game will just automatically jump again. So I'm gonna skip huge portions of the game. Also, if you pay really close attention, you can actually hear some of the original audio file from Abe's Odyssey. And that's probably where most of the memory of this game went to. Because everything else is incredibly basic. Like, the music is basic, sound effects are pretty basic. So this is actually the entrance that I came into. You're not supposed to exit through the entrance. You're supposed to... Oh, yeah, I'm not supposed to say. I was going to reset this room. You're supposed to go to another door and open up the door with the password that you get. But since I... do this glitch, it just completely breaks the game and opens up the door that I entered in. So that allows me to skip most of the puzzles in every room. And these rooms get pretty difficult, especially some of the later rooms in the game. That's a slog. He's like a dog, and something you really can do about those, you just have to run past them. So right here, since these guys have guns, I'm just gonna pause and unpause. Keep pausing and unpausing until I get back to the entrance so I don't have to deal with them. There we go. That's that room. Some of these rooms are incredibly short. Like in this one, this is actually a really long puzzle room, but the glitch also works when you neutral jump. So I'm up here, I can light the flintlock and I can move on. What's crazy though is if I do fall off this ledge right here, I would die, so I do have to hoist myself down. Okay, this is another fun room. This room is actually really, really big. What's really crazy though is that these rooms are pretty much identical to how they were in Paramonia Temple in Abe's Odyssey. So if you have played Abe's Odyssey, you kind of will recognize a lot of these rooms. So after this, I would be going up and having to deal with a bunch of other paramites and stuff, but guess what? I'm not gonna do that. Make sure I always do the jump glitch at least once while I'm in a room, so it will break the door. If this room is a little tight, just because those little black thing flying around is a bat, and bats will instant kill you. And these are just mines, and that's what happens if you don't stop the mine at the right moment. They're actually a real pain. Oop. They're a real pain in the actual game too. Gotta reset this room because this room is so tight. I definitely have to go in and out to make sure I can beat the room. Okay. All right. There we go. And then we have 2 more mines up here that we have to deal with. All right, and then we're gonna pull this to light the flintlock, and right here we're gonna do another cool trick, and we're just going to screen wrap. Thankfully, that bat does not kill us. We don't just jump into it. And we still go through the door that we came in, even though it does look like the exit was open right there. It doesn't matter. It actually won't let us go through it. So right there, what happened is there's sometimes a bit of lag when you do these glitches, like when you unpause and pause the game. So that can happen where like you try to do a jump input and the jump just gets eaten. And we're just gonna jump over these guys. There we go. And I am going to do the glitch one more time right here, just because this button on the ground, you can kind of tell where it's at. If I jump on it or I walk past it, it'll make a rock fall from the ceiling and kill me. And it's just best to do the jump glitch to avoid that. All right, this is what they call the Paramonian nest. So these are the nest of the paramites. And in Abe's Odyssey on the PlayStation, after you do this stage, you would get what they would call like a tattoo from the shaman Mudoken, Big Face. And then you would move on to like Scrabania and then go back to Rupture Farms. So like I said before, the whole premise of Abe's Odyssey is Abe's trying to save his race from a meat manufacturing company. You don't save any Mudokons in this game. I just don't think the Game Boy could handle it back in the day. So they were just like, hey, let's just have one area of the game, and then we have like these next few levels are just complete like new additions to like the game. Like you don't see these levels at all. I'm seeing people in the chat asking if the jump glitch is like if it's lenient or anything. No, anybody right now can go play this game, jump in the air, and just press pause. It's the easiest glitch to do in the world, which makes this game a lot of fun because it's very accessible. It's not hard to do. Like what I'm doing takes 0 skill. Yeah, no problem. Sorry if I misinterpreted words. I've been awake for like 15 minutes. So this whole room is like a loop. The whole premise is just getting a rock so we can blow up a mine. For some reason, this mine right here has a hitbox that is as big as like the screen is tall. So gotta get a rock to blow it up because we can't just jump to the end. All right, this is, I guess, technically one of the hardest rooms in the game. It's also one of the longest, so dying here would not be cool. Because we have two paramites right here. When paramites are grouped together, they always will attack Abe. If they're just by themselves, they're really not a big problem. Right there, as you can see, those guys were coming right at me. And I had to make sure one of those paramites died to that one mine, because it just makes the room, like, so much easier. Ooh, wrong button. The passwords are if you want to, like, basically go back to the section you just beat. If you feel like you, like, oh, I gotta go eat dinner, Mom, I'm sorry, I'll put down my Game Boy, you can just turn off your game and then enter the password later and just start off where you were. I will say this, though, there is a Oddworld Adventures 2, and it's based off Abe's Exodus, and it's way better than this. Like, they did such a better job with Adventures 2. This one was just like, ah, crap, we need to get something out really quick, because this game was only made by a few people. But surprisingly enough, we're already going to be at the last stage of the game. I know my time was short for Big Bad Game-a-thon, but I hope you guys enjoyed this debauchery of a game. Definitely check out the Oddworld speedrunning community. While I'm not as active on there anymore, there's a bunch of great people that run all the Oddworld games. And especially with Soulstorm coming out, definitely gonna want to check them out because there's gonna be some cool stuff coming up. I will go ahead and give a warning that this room likes to break. Sometimes I'll do the whole room and it won't let me go to the end of the game. I'm gonna pull this lever a few times for good luck. And we're gonna feed this slog some meat so he doesn't kill us, and cool. Okay, the game didn't break. So time's coming up in just a second. So this is Big Face. Big Face is trying to help Abe defeat Rupture Farms, but I don't like the way he's looking at me, so I'm gonna pause the game. And now he's gonna explode into pixels. And that's time. And there you go. Here's actually the good ending cutscene from Abe's Odyssey. Where it's like, oh, I did everything. I saved my race, except Abe actually did absolutely nothing and is just a jabroni. He just went to one place and then left. But if you guys want to check this game out, it's incredibly cheap to buy. It's only like $8 or something like that. And like I said, the glitches are incredibly easy. I learned everything by watching a task, and everything the task does is incredibly easy to do as well. But thank you guys for having me. It was a lot of fun. I look forward to the next Big Bad Game-a-thon because I actually have a lot of good horror games lined up that are absolutely awful. But for now, I will pass it on to the next game, and I'll pass everything back to the host. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys around in another marathon. Take care.